Dark Side of the Ring Season 6 premiered on March 25th, 2025 on Vice TV, continuing its tradition of exploring the hidden and often tragic stories within the professional wrestling industry. The season comprised of 10 episodes, each delving into the lives and careers of notable wrestling figures, highlighting both their triumphs and tribulations. Produced by Evan Husney and Jason Eisner, who have both been involved in all 6 seasons, the season's episodes focused on Mick Foley and the Hell in the Cell, a detailed recounting of the infamous 1998 Hell in a Cell match between Mankind and The Undertaker, highlighting the physical and emotional toll on Mick Foley and its lasting impact on the wrestling industry. Episode 2 focuses on the life and career of Ludvig Borga, shedding light on his time in the wrestling industry and delving later into politics in his native Finland, as well as detailing his Nazi and right-wing leanings. Episode 3 focuses on the life of Leon White, better known as Big Van Vader, focusing on his dominance in the ring and personal challenges he faced outside of it. Episode 4, titled Tony Atlas Too Much Too Soon, explores the career of Tony Atlas. This episode sheds light on his rise as one of wrestling's first black stars and the obstacles he encountered, including racism, personal struggles, drug addiction, and even being homeless, and how he met his wife because she offered him help when he was at his lowest, and how in turn now he looks after her after her multiple strokes. Episode 5 focuses on superstar Billy Graham. This installment covers the life and times of Billy Graham, focusing on his charismatic personality, his battles with steroid abuse, and his complicated relationship with the wrestling establishment, and how in many ways he was the precursor and influence on the likes of even Hulk Hogan. Episode 6 explores the career of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, detailing his creative contributions to wrestling and the personal demons that plagued his life and career, resulting in his death in 1995 at just the age of 33. Episode 7 focuses on Billy Jack Haynes. The episode delves into his wrestling career, which proved to be rather controversial, and also recent legal issues, including his incarceration and pending trial for murdering his wife. The episode also gets an exclusive interview with Billy Jack Haynes as he sits awaiting his trial. Episode 8 deals with the life and times of the original Sheik, namely Ed Farhart. This episode highlights his influence on hardcore wrestling and his legacy in the industry, including being the promoter of big time wrestling, running out of Detroit, and the many different wrestlers that he trained. Episode 9 focuses on Daffney and pays tribute to Shannon Sproul, her real name, highlighting her contributions to wrestling and the mental health challenges that she faced, including suffering from bipolar. She unfortunately would commit suicide on September 1st, 2021, while streaming live on social network Instagram, in which she read a suicide note holding what appeared to be a pistol and requesting that her brain be donated to the Boston University CTE Center and Brain Bank for analysis. Her wish was granted, and Boston University found evidence of CTE from multiple concussions suffered during her wrestling career. Her brain was the first female brain to be studied by the institution. The season concluded with episode 10, which was a look at the character of Muhammad Hassan, exploring the controversy surrounding the persona and its impact on the wrestler's career. Mark Kapani, who played the character, would never ever wrestle again and instead became a teacher. The character was an Arab American, with promoter at the time Vince McMahon leading into the ill feeling towards Arab Americans after the 9/11 attacks. His career would come to an abrupt end when his controversial terrorist angle coincided with the London bombings on July 7, 2005, leading to television network UPN to pressure WWE to remove Kapani's character from television. Now, Season 6 of Dark Side of the Ring proves once again why this Vice TV documentary series remains one of the most gripping and emotionally resonant shows about professional wrestling. With a renewed focus on both notorious and underappreciated figures, this season doesn't just chronicle careers, it confronts the demons that follow these performances outside the ring. From the brutal honesty of Mick Foley, revisiting the infamous Hell in a Cell match, to the tragic downfall of Daffney, Season 6 leans deeply into personal storytelling. Each episode is structured like a mini tragedy, where the glamour of the ring contrasts harshly with the real-world pain, whether that be systematic racism in terms of Tony Atlas, mental health struggles, focusing on Daffney, or public backlash, playing off racist ideology in the episode focusing on Muhammad Hassan. For me, this season's strength lies in the balanced mix of well-known legends like Mick Foley, Billy Graham, and the names that even diehard fans may have forgotten or misunderstood, like Ludvig Borga, Eddie Gilbert, and Billy Jack Haynes. By doing so, it broadens the lens of wrestling history and brings in lesser-known yet essential stories to light. Evan Husney and Jason Eisner continue to steer the series with style and sensitivity. The use of stylized reenactments, haunting narration, and candid interviews, including those of Rob Van Dam, Tony Atlas, and Mark Capone, give each episode cinematic weight. The editing remains sharp, with no scene feeling like filler. For me, as much as the series excels, long-time viewers may feel a degree of emotional fatigue. The constant themes of addiction, early death, and mental illness, while unfortunately reflective of the real industry issues, can make the viewer experience heavy emotions across multiple episodes. Also, some narratives, for example like the episode on the Sheik, almost feel slightly redundant within the same season. Dark Side of the Ring Season 6 is another compelling continuation of this now iconic series. It humanizes its subjects with brutal honesty and deep empathy, reminding fans that behind every wrestling persona is a real person often battling demons, more dangerous than any scripted rivalry. The season doesn't just reveal darkness, it forces the industry and viewers to reckon with it. Dark Side of the Ring Season 6 gets a 9 out of 10.